stocking up. Tom White of Red Option Advisors has some hot stocks to talk about. Good to have you on the show, Tom.
Good to be back.
Let's start with Lululemon. A surprise, I think, happened here.
Yeah, a little bit. After bad earnings from both Nike and Under Armour, which are their competitors, we expected kind of a downbeat report. Stocks kind of rallied back up near the $68 and $69 level over the last couple weeks on really no news. It's always been a takeover target, so we're going to always see that that bid put into the shares, so the valuation's a little bit high. But the $70 level, over the last 2 years, we've seen the stock fail at this level.
Okay.
And so they raised the fiscal year 16 estimates slightly to about average, so they're outperforming their competitors, but at the same time, option traders are kind of saying, I don't think it's going to break through this $70 level once again. So we're seeing a lot of put buyers over the last couple of days after the earnings report, and we expect that to kind of hold. If it does bust through that $70 level, we could see some upside in the near term.
We saw a break above $50 in oil, with oil trading above $51 in yesterday's trading session. What do you think about an oil stock here like Exxon?
ExxonMobil, well, it's kind of been on our radar since July, I think, of 14, when Exxon was hitting highs near 105. Oil was at $100 a barrel. Oil's at $50 a barrel, and Exxon's back above that $90 level. So that tells me right there, valuations are getting a little bit stretched here. We saw some key analyst downgrades last week. So my philosophy is that I'm looking to get a little bit short here going into summer, as I think oil is going to start topping out. We saw some inventory declines recently, but I think that's going to start to waver too as production starts ramping up and more production sites come back online.
As an options trader, when you say get short Exxon, will you put on a put play here?
Yeah, definitely. I'll probably buy a put vertical. With the overall market going up so much, we've seen option volatility and premium really get sucked out of these options, so they're relatively cheap historically. So what I do is probably buy some put options out into the July-August cycles, and then maybe sell another put farther out just to kind of reduce my exposure on those. But that's a bearish type play, buying that put vertical.
What strikes would you buy?
Usually around the 92.5 to the 90 strike, whichever is at the money at that point. So I'm going to get that benefit right away as a stock slide back maybe down to the $85 level, which seems to be a bottom in there.
We hope you make some money on that trade.
Yeah.
It sounds like it could maybe work out for you there, Tom.
That'd be nice.
What do you think about Tesla? That's back on your radar.
Yeah, that's another one that's been grinding higher with the overall market. They've seen some really good press recently on their Gigafactory and production increases and their partnership with Panasonic, creating these batteries for the Model 3, which is going to come out in 2017. They've got orders for 350,000 of these cars. Production-wise, I don't see it coming to fruition, but we've got another year until that actually works itself out. You know, we've got well-established car companies that have production issues all the time. Tesla is yet to see that, but they're only producing 5 to 15,000 cars a month right now. So we could definitely, or quarter I think it is, so we could definitely see some more upside in there. We've seen a lot of call buyers in there, which means they're expecting a little bit of bullish sentiment going into the summer as news comes out on the stock. But it's really a high valuation for an auto company. I know it's a tech company, but it's still an auto company to me.
You really want to sell this stock more than anything in your heart of hearts, don't you?
Yeah, I've got some price targets around that $240 to $250 levels where I think I'm going to start looking to get a little bit bearish, just because I think there'll be some profit taking there.
Good to have you on the show. Thanks for your trader insights.
Great to be back.